Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the Battlefield 1 closed alpha on the Potato Masher. If you don't know, the Potato Masher is a $375 PC built in 2014 and designed to compete against the PS4 for the rest of its life cycle, just to show that PC gaming can be a good, frugal alternative to gaming on a console. Okay, so we're not comparing anything against a PS4 today, we're just looking at how the closed alpha runs. And first I want to thank Evil Viking 13 for helping me record some clips for this since he got into the alpha. And here we're running at medium settings at 1080p on the Potato Masher. Now, something any of you who got into the alpha may have already noticed is that in the settings, if you set the resolution scaling to 100%, that's actually 200% resolution scaling, so I'm kind of curious why they have it labeled like that. This is 50% resolution scaling, which is actually native resolution. And on medium settings, the first thing you'll probably notice is that everything's pretty maxed out. Like the CPU is going pretty hard and the GPU is almost maxed out most of the time, which isn't great. I'm kind of hoping that gets better by the final release, and of course this is a closed alpha. This is still a pretty early build. I wouldn't read too much into it, but what you can tell is that the game does run and the game does look good. It's by no means maxed out right now, but it's a good looking game. You know, I don't know if I'd say it looks better than Battlefront, but I didn't play Battlefront until it was much closer to release, and this is still pretty early. So I think it's a good looking game. I think there's a lot of rough spots, but performance wise there weren't really many issues. The RAM usage stayed around 6 gigs most of the time, the CPU stayed pretty close to maxed out, and the GPU was definitely maxed out most of the time. And the frame rate stayed in the low 50s to 60 FPS where I had it capped. So not bad performance at all, and I'm sure optimization is going to be quite a bit better by the time the game releases. But especially because this game has a resolution slider, hitting 60 FPS should be no problem, and the question is just, can we hit 60 FPS with good visuals? And like right here, I think this looks pretty good. I mean, this isn't a bad looking game. Still some rough spots because it's an alpha, but it looks good overall. And if the final game looks like a polished version of this, I think it'll look and run pretty well. Obviously, we'll know more when an open alpha or a beta or anything comes out and we can participate in it, and I'll definitely record more footage then and probably go a little more in depth. But this is just a really quick, really early first look at the Battlefield 1 closed alpha running on the Potato Masher. If you enjoyed this video, click any of the links on the screen to check out the Casual Shenanigans Gaming Podcast, any of the other Potato Masher videos I've done, and support the project on Patreon. And of course, there's my Twitter handle if you want to follow me for updates on videos and whatever else I'm working on. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.